This past year, everyone's been going through like the same thing, in a lot of different ways. We decided we wanted to make like an anthem for people to be able to scream, like everyone just loves to get their energy out and everyone loves to be able to sing something that means something to them. So I want to be all right and I want to be okay is something so simple but so powerful, that everyone feels. Working with Travis is the best decision I could have ever made. We were in the studio, it was really, really nonchalant. We decided to bring in this writer, Lil Aaron, who's a good friend of mine, and Travis's. He's a fantastic writer. And after we made the song, we realized that it fit perfectly into the standard of like an anthem for people, I wanted MGK on any song that I could, make, but it's about timing and it's about waiting for the right moment. We never went to him and was like, yo, can you hop on a song? After we made that song, Travis was playing it in the studio and Kels overheard it and he was like, yo, what the fuck is that? I wanna be alright, I wanna be okay, I'm sick of the nightmares. I know I have a lot of nightmares, but I can't remember them. Usually when I've had a nightmare, like it seemed that day would like become a situation that I didn't want to be in, right? And I think it's because of the anxiety in my head. I'd wake up knowing I had a nightmare and I don't even know what it is. A lot of this is like centered around like mental health, like anxiety, and personally I think anxiety like destroys people. I know depression takes people to a place they never want to go, but like for me personally, anxiety literally just like cripples me. I'm sick of the bad days. I'm just sick of the bad days, man, and that's what I was feeling in the middle of this pandemic. Like it felt like every day was the same thing over and over again. Like I was waking up to the same wall, like the same mirror, the same clothes, like doing nothing. I was tired of it, dog. I was like, I'm just sick of this, and Kels 100% agreed. I wanna be sedated, isolated. Sedated, isolated. I mean, we're in the middle of a pandemic. That's 100% how everyone is feeling. Whether your fix is, drinking, drugs, whatever it is, Netflix. I feel like it's a form of sedation. I just feel like being able to express that makes you feel better. Looking in the mirror and I hate it. Mirrors are so powerful. I have mirrors in a lot of my music videos in the past. I love looking at things that I can fix, and I feel like a mirror is what you do. When you walk past it, you're looking at it to see like, what can I fix about myself? During the whole pandemic, I was feeling that way. Now I'm at the point where I don't really give a fuck, which is really awesome because that's what music is for me. It's like coping, and I got to write that down, work through it. Now I'm in a place where I can go do an interview at Genius, wear a t-shirt and jeans that are like 4 sizes too big for me, and I'm wearing like shoelaces for a belt. It's about growth, and if you're not honest with yourself at first, then you'll never get past it. Depressed, I never say it. Find me face down on the pavement. I can say happily right now, I'm not depressed at all. What I go through really right now is a lot of anxiety. I think when you have depression, the anxiety is kind of nullified, because you don't really care about anything. You're like, I don't give a fuck if I die right now. Anxiety is the opposite. It's like the over-awareness of being alive. Like, I don't want to die right now. Being able to know that a lot of people are going through that, like a lot of people say depressed, I never say it, gives me comfort. Like, there's people that are depressed and they don't say it, and I've been in a position like that because everyone tries to be happy for everybody around them. Maybe it's all my fault. There's no one I could call for help. It's really getting worse than I thought. This past year was crazy, man. I feel like a lot of people lost a lot of people, and I lost family members and close friends. And so there's a point where I was like, I really feel like I have no one I can call, when I really need like to say what I want to say. Who's actually gonna listen? But now I'm in a place where I have people that really love me, and really care about me. Whenever you feel alone, you think it's all your fault. So anyone who's alone, it's not your fault. I promise you it's not. The world is a crazy place, and you just gotta look forward to the next day. And I'm done, no prescription makes me better. Drugs scare me now, dude. Like, they really do. I like abuse drugs in a way I shouldn't. I'm at a point where I'm like, I'm trying to figure out how to do this on my own, in a healthy way, instead of just like flooding myself with different, fixes. After I got arrested, it was a big wake-up call. Like, just think about where you're going. And where I'm going, I don't need to bring that with me, I'm trying to change the world, and like, that's not gonna happen if I'm tripping dick all the time, I wanna be alright. I wanna be okay. I'm sick of the nightmares. I'm sick of the bad days, a different direction. I'm headed the wrong way. I wanna be alright. I wanna be okay. The day before my arrest, I was like, if I'm doing so bad, like if like my life is how you say it is, I'm like having a conversation with myself to God, you know, show me, I need a sign, and the next day I got arrested, dog, so I took it as a sign. I'm really just trying to every day get healthier, grow. It's nothing like too deep, like everyone can do it, I'm not special, I'm not like this high up person, like I'm not like a role model either. I just like, when I fuck up, I learn and I move on. And when I like do something right, I let that moment be a moment and I celebrate myself and I celebrate the people around me. I don't wanna feel like this anymore. I don't wanna feel like this anymore. I don't wanna feel like this anymore. I don't wanna feel like this. In this part, it was really cool because getting to hear me and Kel's voice and like right next to each other, I thought was like, showed a lot of emotion. We just described all of the things that I've been going through, millions of people have gone through, and then we're like listening to what Kel's went through. All right, now that you heard all that, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to feel like this. Let's get to the point where we have hope. I scream at the end of the bridge because what do you want to do when you don't want to do something anymore? Like you're fed up, you're at the last fucking point. The emotion is you're like screaming whatever you have out, and it's not pretty. That's one thing Kel's has really been teaching me a lot is, to be relatable, be relatable. It's pretty simple. Me and Kel's are like, the fact I get to go on tour with him and open up for him at like 36, 38 different, stops, we're gonna change the world. If we don't, there's no if we don't, like we're going to, and it's destiny, this is what it is, and that's what this song is kind of foreshadowing, and I can't wait for people to hear this music live because it's even that much more personal, which is dope.